Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be testing out and reviewing the newest addition to the Tarte Shape Tape family. This is their Shape Tape Blur Concealer Stick. Now this retails for $29 and you can find it in 48 different shades. I grabbed the shade 35H, which is medium honey. This is the shade that I prefer as far as the entire Shape Tape like concealer line. 35H is my go-to. Now this is a buildable full coverage concealer with a natural matte finish. It is meant for all skin types, so whether you're oily, dry, combination, doesn't matter. You can use this all over the face or you can spot conceal with it, just depending on what your preferences are, what your needs happen to be. The only thing that caught my attention that I was like, oh gosh, is the amount of product that you get in these sticks is quite small, especially for what you're paying for. You get 0.077 ounces worth of product with this concealer. Let's see how far out it goes. So this is the amount of product that you get with this concealer. Now, if it's super full coverage, I don't see a problem with it because you're probably not going to be using as much. However, if this is meant to be used all over the face, like you can use this because it specifically states it on the website. I swear I saw it. So under the Why We Love It section, there is a bulletin, okay, that states that you can spot conceal, blur the look of pores and fine lines, or wear as foundation. That's what really caught my attention. And I'm like, okay, how can you wear this as foundation and have it last more than just like a couple of weeks, you know? So that initially caught my eye. Another thing that caught my eye was the claim that it is a 24-hour crease-proof, won't settle or cake formula. Let's see about that, because if this is stating that you should use it to spot conceal or to blur the look of pores and fine lines, then the intention is that you are going to be putting it on top of pores and fine lines. For fine lines, personally, I don't think I've ever had a product that truly didn't settle into fine lines at all. That is why I do these reviews for you guys, so that we can see together what this is going to look like throughout the day. In this economy, no one can afford to buy a $29 concealer that you only get 0.077 ounces worth of product in, unless it's like truly going to like blow you away. You know what I mean? So let's get straight into it. Per usual, you guys know the drill. I'm going to be testing this concealer out with and without a color corrector placed underneath it. If it says it's buildable full coverage, let's see how full it truly is. So I'm going to be applying a color corrector underneath the right side, and I am not going to be placing a color corrector underneath the left eye, just to see how much coverage this truly does provide. Now, since this is a natural matte formula, I'm going to be placing the e.l.f. Putty Color Corrector Eye Brightener underneath it. I find that the consistency is pretty thin. It's not super dry at all. If anything, I think that this is more of a Smashbox Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector dupe than anything else that I have or I've tried. So if you love the Smashbox and Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, I think you'd really love this, and you get it for a fraction of the price. Now I am going to be spot concealing, and I'm going to go in with a powder foundation for today. So we're just going to go right into the concealer. Now, as far as how to use this specifically for the under eye darkness, you're supposed to dot and dash the concealer onto the under eyes, and then you can blend upward toward the temples with either a makeup sponge or a concealer brush. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off over here. Now this diamond shape is supposed to help hug the inner corners, I'm assuming of the under eye area, and hides the look of dark circles and acne like a pro. I just tried to go in, as you can see, and I don't find that this is hugging very much. It's kind of a weird angle that I'm having to use this in, because I'm trying to get into the inner corner. I guess if I turn it on its side, then it's fine. So I wasn't really able to dot, but we were able to smudge. And I'm just using the Sephora number 71. Love this for the under eye area. And we're blending up toward the temple. Right, so this looks very nice and light. I love the shade because it completely got rid of the darkness. It looks really good. Now, the true test, the left side. What is that gonna look like? Is it gonna conceal the same? Let's see. It is buildable, so if we don't achieve the desired coverage on the first go, we can add another layer. But I'm hoping that one will be enough. Yeah, I've gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the diamond shape at all. Okay, and same thing on this side, just blending upward toward the temple. All right, so I would say that's similar coverage, right? That's a similar amount of coverage in my opinion. Now I can see some settling underneath this eye. However, I did put the color corrector underneath the concealer, so I don't know if it's the concealer or the color corrector. We will find out once this one, or if this side does anything funky. While we wait for that, I'm gonna go ahead and conceal here, the forehead. I have been breaking out the last couple of days. I don't know, maybe Aunt Flo's getting ready to come, but we've gotta hide this. And then I also wanna take care of the redness that occurs here along the sides of my nose. So I'm gonna be applying a little bit there and a little bit there. I don't find that the diamond tip really hugs much. I don't know, not convinced on that yet. Go ahead and blend this out. Blend out the forehead here. Okay, so I already have an issue with this. I've only had it for like a couple minutes. Over on the left side, I don't have a color corrector underneath. So the settling that I am seeing is absolutely the concealer. So the whole, won't settle or cake, it's definitely not looking cakey at all, but it is settling into fine lines. So let me bring you guys in nice and close so that you can get a good look underneath the eye area after initial application. All right, so here we are, up close and personal. This is the side with the color corrector, and this is the side without it. As you can see, very similar coverage, but it is definitely settling into my fine lines. I don't feel like I'm wearing a really intense full coverage concealer. This feels very nice and light underneath my eyes. I really don't feel like I have anything on at all or much. I'm just gonna continue to blend this out a little bit. And then if it does it again, I am gonna set it, okay? If it settles into my fine lines anymore, I am going to set this. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes to set, see if it continues to settle. If it continues to settle, then I will be back once I've done the rest of my makeup routine for the day. I'm gonna come back and then we're gonna set the under eye area together if need be. But for now, I'm gonna jump off camera, finish the rest of my face, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back, makeup is on. I did not set the face yet because big yikes, okay? Big. It's still settling, okay? Look at this. Let me bring you in closer. So underneath both eyes, it is settling quite heavy, if you ask me. So we're gonna set this. Okay, so just gonna blend this out once again. Just like that. And I'm gonna set it with a powder that I've really been loving lately. The new Kosas, the translucent Candy Rose loose powder. Everything. It's everything. It is so nice and blurring. It also helps to hide the dark circles because it helps to brighten up the under eye area. I love it. Now I'm gonna apply it with a brush, just a teeny tiny bit, to get this ready for a little bit more powder. So I always start off with a small amount, and then if needed, I'll go in with a tiny bit more. I don't want to overdo it. I liked how nice, light, and natural this all looked and felt, but I mean, the settling is out of control. Out of control. Gonna look down and blend it. Just blend, 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 blend. Much better. Much, much better. This is what we're starting the day off with. No longer settling under the eyes. And it doesn't look excessively dry or anything like that. So I'm really happy with the way that it all turned out after setting it. So now we can move on with the rest of the day. I will be back halfway through the day to show you guys some close-ups and to see what this looks like, to show you what this looks like underneath natural lighting after about like 4 or 5 hours of wear. It is currently 12:38. So I will see you back here at around 4:30 for a quick midday check-in. All right, I am back for a quick midday check-in. It is currently 5:05, so a little bit later than what I thought that I was going to come back at. But it's just been kind of one of those days where it's like just filled with a bunch of little things. And then you look up and 3 hours have gone by. You know what I mean? This is what we are looking like underneath the eyes. Can you guys guess what I'm thinking? It looks pretty bad, right? Wouldn't you guys say? I mean, look at the under eye area. It is settling even after being set. I don't know if you guys can see that, but like it still continued to settle into my fine lines even after I set it. And same goes for this side. As a reminder, this is the side I color corrected. This is the side that I did not color correct. As far as coverage, pretty similar in coverage. Forehead blemishes are, I would say, still pretty concealed. I mean, it's pretty dewy along the forehead, so it's very hard to hide any kind of texture when you have like a glowiness to the skin or oiliness to the skin. Just like when your skin isn't matte, that's when you can really see any kind of imperfections, bumps, all that kind of stuff. And I can definitely see those blemishes peeking through this natural matte concealer. So yeah, that's where we're at. I don't necessarily feel like I can blend this away. Like, let me try, actually. Okay, that kind of worked. That worked to blend away the settling into my fine lines, which I thought it wasn't supposed to do, but I mean, this is where we're at. This is where we're at a little over the halfway mark. So I am going to continue to wear this. I'm going to finish off the day, and yeah, we'll see what we are left with. Will it get worse? Will it stay the same? Who knows? I will see you back here at the end of the day for my final check-in. Okay, it is officially the end of the day, for me at least. It is currently, what time is it? 8:18. So we've had this on now pretty much all day, right? From noon, around noon to now. You guys saw what the midday check-in looked like. Let me bring you up close, nice and close, so that you can see the under eye area now for the end of day check-in. All right, so this is what we are looking like under the eyes after wearing this for an entire day. As a reminder, this is the side that we color corrected at the beginning of the day, and this is the side that we did not color correct. This Shape Tape concealer is definitely not for me. They have 3 other really great concealers. They even have a 4th, the creamy creaseless. That one is definitely one of my favorites. Not this one. This one's definitely not one that I personally would use underneath the eyes again. Now, is it good for spot concealing? I'd say sure. spot concealing, probably a better option. The under eye area, it's just, it doesn't matter who you are. You have fine lines. We all have fine lines. Any age that you want to name, okay? We all have fine lines. So it's going to settle, or at least it did on me. I don't know. Did I put on too much? I don't know, maybe, but I didn't build it up, and you can build this up. So me applying a little too much to begin with, I didn't think would be an issue because you can build it up. It settled in between fine lines when it wasn't supposed to. I set it with a powder, and even after I set it with powder, it was still settling into my fine lines. I mean, you guys saw the situation underneath the eyes during my midday check-in. So like I said, I won't use this under the eyes again, honestly, but for spot concealing, sure. The price point compared to the amount of product that you get is also something that I would highly consider, you know, if I was looking into purchasing this product, because you don't get very much and you pay about $30, you know, for it. So price point wise, kind of high. Did it last underneath the eyes? No. Did it blur my fine lines? I would say not. If anything, it accentuated them. I mean, like, look over here. I don't usually see my fine lines spreading all the way out here. Yeah, underneath the eyes, not for me. All over the face, spot concealing, like I said, sure. I like that it feels really nice and light. It's also infused, I believe, with hyaluronic acid. So it has like nourishing ingredients, you know, things that are gonna be good for the skin in the long run, which is great, but I just wish that it wore better underneath the eyes. So for the under eye area, it's a pass from me. So that completes today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed today's product review and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future reviews, future videos, and also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care, and I will see you all in the next video. Mwah. Bye.